Read the questions for you?
I'm live, Mama. I'm live from Alaska. It's Friday Night Live. My Diet Pepsi. This was really. I promised the people I would go live today. This is really. I didn't send out. I mean, I just barely sent out a reminder saying that we were going live.
We just walked in the door, also.
Yeah, so this is just going to probably be like a quick down and dirty. But I had asked our Patreon and channel members if they had any questions that we would, that they would like to have covered. And so here we are. So Brian Green, he wanted to know what fishing seasons were and when they were open. And so fishing's pretty much always open. King salmons is what's in this area is what's tricky. And to be honest, I don't know the 100%, but you can fish winter kings in the wintertime. And then in the springtime, they close the kings off. And then they open it back up like August time frame. So you can start fishing for king salmon in August. But you can fish for them all winter. Springtime, it closes down. August time, it opens up.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
What about June and July when we fish out there at Douglas? Those are kings.
Well, it depends. It varies from year to year, but they close it down at the beginning of spring and the beginning of summer, and then they open it back up. And that's basically to let the kings, because the kings have kind of been overfished here, so that's kind of to build the population back up. And for kings here, you can only, I don't have the reg in front of me. I think they're 28 inches. If they're less than 28 inches, you got to put them back. That's the kings. Am I right, or is it 27?
I don't remember.
I think it's 28.
You
So.
should know this.
I don't fish for kings, so if I get a king, I just and there's a little tape measure, like a sticker on the boat, so I just hold the king up on it, and if it's good, it's good. If it's not, you just toss it.
That is true. You have to put in a lot of real time to catch kings, and we're just not that darn patient. Oh, we'll be honest with you.
You can fish days without catching a king.
Yeah.
So it's so what we'll do is we'll go fishing for cohos, and if we get a king, we get a king.
That's right. Yeah.
But chances are, the king that you get's probably going to be too small. So.
That is true. But Brian just got back from.
Oh, you don't know this because this video is going to come out Sunday, but I just got back from Soldotna. I met up with Ron. If Ron sees this, hi, Ron. It was great eating lunch with you. But I went.
Yeah, Brian went to go see the boat.
I went to go see. Oh, hold on. I forgot that people can comment. Oh, hi. Hi, everybody. Hi from Florida. We're new at this. We don't know what we're doing. But I just went to Soldotna and looked at our boat, and it looks good. I'm super excited. Now I've really got the itch now that I've seen it in person, walked around in it. I spent, I think, about 4 hours at the dealership. Wow, wait, Mary. Look, Mary said, hi, Mary.
Hi,
number
Mary.
number one fan. Yes, you are. I think I spent 4 hours at the dealership just chatting with Sean, the salesperson, and asking questions and having him get some of the answers that he didn't know. So,
well, why I even brought that up is because we're hoping that March 3rd.
There's no hoping. It's booked.
Well, there you go. Our boat should be here, and I'm excited I will put in real time for Winter Kings. So, because it would be a nice big warm boat. So I'm excited.
Yeah, that's the truth. I mean, you can hit the heater on that thing in the spring, and then I'll post some pictures of the boat. I didn't take any pictures of the boat, but he sent me some pictures of the boat, so I can throw those up in the community and the community tab. But I did take some video of the boat. So, man, listen. Yes, we're gonna fish for Winter Kings. We're fishing for everything this year. I just Redwood. I know you're probably not watching, but I just got my long line permit, so I can for black cod, so I can throw out long lines with 350 hooks, and we're going big this year.
Yeah.
Australia, what? And NZ? Well, that's where my boat's from, NZ. Yeah, so it was a super exciting trip. It was like kind of like a turn and burn. I went there, saw the boat, stayed the night, and the first thing in the morning came back here. And then I stayed a night in town and then came out here. And I was gonna do a little more like, hey, we're gonna go live, but I didn't know if we were gonna make it because I told people we were gonna do it at 3, and we just pulled the boat out of the water and got back, and it was like 2:54. So
we have some gale warnings coming tonight. I think we have some 7-foot seas. So
yeah, it's supposed to be blowing 30 knots and like 50 knot gust and 7-foot seas tonight. So our dogs, I must say, I know we don't have smell-o-vision, but our dogs smell of deer. Oh man, there's a dead deer on the beach right now, and every time you let them out to go potty, they just
they're gone for hours.
Take off down the beach. But yeah, so we're gonna do a lot of fishing. And so listen, I want to talk to you guys about something, and that is, the majority of the people that watch our videos watch on either a mobile device,
iPad.
Yeah, like an iPad, or they watch on a TV. And so this Sunday's video, make sure you're watching it on a big screen, something you can see, because I try to get the best footage I can on Patreon and channel members. I launched pretty much the full version. I filmed orcas for 20 minutes, and I was headed into town, and this orca came out of the water, probably about 10 feet, and then when it was going back in the water, it just launched the sea lion up in the air. So I turned the video camera on and started filming. I didn't get any more launches, but man, they tormented this poor sea lion forever.
We'll tell them why though.
Oh, so here's why that's how they teach their young. So they'll go up and they'll smack the sea lions in the head, or they'll take a chunk out of it, and they basically maim them, and then they let their little ones go in for the kill. And that's how they teach their young how to hunt, is they single out one sea lion, they keep it alive, and they let the youngs kill it. And that's pretty much what was taking place.
So basically that was your first show of that, wasn't it? Because I've never even seen that happen.
Yeah, like we see orcas all the time, but I've never seen them teaching their young how to hunt. It was very, very interesting, but also very I felt bad for the poor sea lion because he was just swimming for his life, and he wasn't ever going to make it. There was like 12 orcas out there, and you just see these little tiny films pop up every once in a while. And I was like, well, there's the babies.
Yeah.
Don't forget to hit thank you. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. We appreciate that. What else were we going to talk about? UAS.
I don't know much, about. I guess one of the viewers asked about maybe coming here for
his son was coming for was either thinking about going to UAS, which is Juneau, University of Alaska Southeast, or he was thinking about going to Fairbanks
for marine biology. Well, I heard, of course, we have just a stellar marine biology program here, so if he decides to come out here, let us know, and we'll come meet him. So.
Is something wrong with the microphone? Uh-oh. Well, tell us if you can hear us. I know it's a little it looks like it's a little low, but RVing in Alaska says they hear us fine. Well, okay. Good. But yeah, so either way, in the summertime they'll send marine biologist students down, and they'll do like fish counting and stuff like that. That's where that lady that we always said hi to, that's what she was doing.
That's true.
But Juneau's I mean, if I had to do it, I'd probably go to Fairbanks. Juneau's like, you're just landlocked. So there's no getting out and
Yeah, but this is where you want to do all your, I mean, you're right on the water. Why would you not, you know? I
Well,
would come here.
I mean, I love it here, but you are landlocked, so you'd have to take like ferry trips or plane trips to go to, if you wanted to go see like Sitka or some other place around here on the weekends.
Fairbanks awful darn cold. 50 below is freezing.
Yeah. But you do get to take your bikini pictures in front of the Fairbanks University sign.
When it says 50 below, people 50, do that?
Yeah. So anyways, I can't tell you. I wish I knew for sure. Our son went to university. Well, he didn't go to University of Arkansas, but he went to Harding University in Arkansas. UAF has a great program, and they do a lot of studies. Yeah, in Seward, that makes sense. Closer than here. So yeah, I don't know. All I know is Seward's a pretty town too. We live in a pretty town. I mean, majority of Alaska is pretty, so just depends on what you want to do. What else were we going to talk about?
I don't know. Go from there and answer any questions.
Do we have questions? Marine biology in Okinawa, Japan. Well, it's funny. Our friends, the Homesteads, his son came down last week, and he is a Marine. His wife just got out of the Marine Corps, and we're both stationed in Okinawa, and he is getting ready to either PCS or ETS. His time is up, so he's got a big decision to make.
Beautiful place, though. That's what he said.
The UFO. Yes, we saw the UFO. It buzzed by here. It sucked me up. It did some probing, and luckily the J Bear, launched some fighter pilots, and they shot it down.
We didn't see a darn thing.
How's the boat? Well, I'm sorry. We just kind of talked about that. I just got back from seeing the boat.
Just today.
Just today. Yeah. I mean, I spent last night in town, and I just got back to the island today. The boat is going to hit Haines on the 3rd of March. And so we'll pick it up on the 3rd of March in Juneau. So 3rd of March, I'll have a boat. I love to laugh. Yeah, well, we love to laugh. Always the probing. I know. I don't know what's up with it. I mean, I didn't mind. Whatever.
That's so crazy.
Oh
my gosh.
and then I think our friends, the Homesteads, are going to come and move back out here this summer full time. So we'll have another full-time residence on the island. And yeah, we're looking forward to that. They've got two girls that still live at home with them. They got a big family, but 2 still live at home with them, and they're excited about the farm animals and whatever. What do you think about that?
What, starting a farm?
Yeah, the Homesteads.
Oh yeah. Well, like I said, when we were thinking about moving, just this coming up, I said, well, I hope the Homesteads realize that they're coming with us. So wherever we go, they go.
Yeah.
So we love the Homesteads. We just
and so Mac just asked how many full-time residents are there right now. It's just us. And then hopefully this summer the Homesteads will move back out here full-time, and yeah, that'd be nice. Then there'll be 2 families out here. In the summertime, we get a couple of other families that stay out here. They kind of snowbird. They live up here in the summer, and then they'll go down south for the winter. But yeah, we're always happy when we get another couple on the island full time, because it's nice to have somebody else out here. Yeah, in case there's an emergency or something, it's always nice to know that you're not on your own. You can just help, help. So then Dennis said, do you have any plans that include Do you have a plan that includes all you want to make your homestead complete, or is it never ending?
Oh my goodness.
To be honest, it's never ending. I mean, I don't even know in 20 years if we'll be done. But I mean, we want the new greenhouse, we want the barn, but everything takes time, and the older you get, the more unmotivated you are to finish.
I think that's well. I'm not sure how much that's gonna, because we spent so much time nonstop doing this, and then we decided to go ahead and do the boat. So I don't know. Maybe some things won't get done this year that we were going to do this year, just because we're really excited to be able to travel down up and down southeast.
So traveling up and down, Mike Knapp just said. Wait, where'd Mike Knapp go? I think some overnight boat trip videos would be cool. Well, yeah. So I just called my son and his lovely wife today, and I said, listen, y'all need to let us know when you're coming, because we need to start making summer plans for when we're going to either one place or the other. Because if we want to go to Glacier Bay, then you have to get a permit for that. So, I mean, because they don't want like 1,000 boats to show up at Glacier Bay all at once. So, yeah, I'm trying to start reaching out to family members and say, hey, when do you think you're coming? And that way we can start scheduling trips and ask where they'd like to go and whatnot. But,
and other people, if there's other people from Southeast or have been on through Southeast, and give us some ideas. We would love to, other people who've done this. We would like to, know where you guys went.
Wait, where did I see that? Sean said, when are you guys going to invite the bushwhack guy out to see what real homestead is like? I'm not sure who the bushwhack guy is, but yeah, send them on out. We'd love to have them out. Sorry, that just made me laugh, Mama. What's that? Sorry, you guys. It was a iPad playing up. Oh, okay.
For volume?
Yeah, no problem. There was another question in there, but I lost it. Where did it go? Oh, any lots on the island for sale? Unfortunately, right now, there are no lots on the island for sale.
Not that we know of. I think I know a longtime resident just sold maybe a month or two ago. And I think that was the last one that I know. So, ever since COVID-19 hit, a lot of people are, decided they want to go off grid and get away from town. And it's amazing how many people, bought property on the island. So,
yeah. And so we've had a big turnover. So this island was subdivided up in the 80s and I guess kind of like auctioned off, or you could buy the land. And so everybody in the 80s bought land, and then they, started working on the stuff. And then, now they're all up in their 70s and 80s. And so now there's been a big turnaround, and they've been selling their property off, and the new younger generation,
I guess that's us.
That's us. I mean, we got on the bandwagon early because we bought our property about 7 years ago. But yeah, there's been a big turnover lately in the last 2 years of people selling and people buying.
Yeah, because it used to be honestly out here that, not very, even in the summertime, we never really saw many people out here. But just this last summer, it changed where, there's been a significant amount of people who have now decided that they wanted to do what we were doing. So
yeah. So what's the story with the bear skin? Well, we don't really eat bear. I mean, supposedly black bear is really good, but these are brown bear. And basically this guy, or it's a gal, she decided that our home was going to be her home. Was it last spring or 2 years ago?
I guess it's been a while ago.
Yeah. And so she was chasing our dog Gunner at the time and trying to run him off. And she kept trying to get into our chicken pen. And, we gave her plenty of opportunities to move on down the road, and she never did. So
yeah, we gave her about 2 years. And then, she was following people and they didn't know. She was a good stalker, that's for sure. So,
Oh yeah,
Unfortunately.
Tennessee. Yeah, glad you made it. But yes, she kind of was becoming more of a nuisance. So we, pretty much everybody on the island was happy when we took care of her. But bears are going to do what bears are going to do. I don't blame her for wanting to kill. She actually killed two different sets of the chickens. So I don't, you can't blame a bear for being a bear, but you know, she can't come over here trying to boss me around because I'm the boss.
I didn't
At
want
least,
her.
at least of our area, we're the boss.
I didn't want her to eat my dogs. That's for sure.
Her and Raven kept getting like,
Not Raven.
Gunner. Her and Gunner kept like doing little like standoffs and circling each other, and I was like, this is crap, because I kept having to shoot a gun and scare them off, and I was just like, I'm done with it. How many acres of land on this island? This island is about 200 acres. Talk about it, Mom. I got to read some of the questions here. My wife is the boss. Here, you read a question out for me.
I can't
can't read?
No, that's too tiny.
There was another question. Can you do any fishing right off your front beach? Yes, I mean there are fish out here, but you're just gonna snag rocks and stuff, so it's better. I mean, even if you just wanted to take a little kayak out,
that would be the way to do it. Is take a kayak right over there, and you could probably get some, flounder or something. Like that.
There was another good question in here, but I missed it.
I guess you could get in the kayak and
fish Glacier Bay would be a nice trip. So yes, I mean we've got tons of trips lined up because this is going to be our get out of town boat. So when we're tired of working all week, we can just load up the boat, and so the boat will sleep me and her up front nicely. It's got a little a little V berth up there you can sleep, and then it's got a little section in the back that you can pull out and make a bed for a third person. And so I was talking to my son, and we were like, you can either sleep in the middle row, or we could put a tent in the back and just bring some thermarest and camp back there. But
we'll figure it out.
We'll definitely figure it out. Right now I'm working hard. I'm hard working to get the anchor situation done up. So I've been in contact with several people. Now I'm just trying to get them to do what I want them to do. We know what we want now, so we're just going to it's just all getting the pieces to line up and get everything made and done up now.
Yeah.
What else you got for us, Sugar?
I'm just excited for the new adventure with the boat.
Yeah, Warm Springs Bay. You ever been to Warm Springs Bay?
I have not.
I haven't either. I've never even heard of it. How much is gas in Juneau? Gas in Juneau is,
what is it, $4 something right now?
Man, I got no clue. I just got gas in Juneau, so I got
$4 something.
Yeah, so I think it's $4.44 in Juneau, because when I went to Soldotna, it was $1 cheaper because it was $3.40 something in Soldotna. So, yeah. And the reason why is because of the barge. So their gas is cheaper, but to get it to Juneau, it's got to come on a barge, and there we go. That's why it's more expensive.
Pay an arm and a leg for gas always.
North Anchorage. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Dad built. Congratulations. With meat from the store. No, we try to get our meat. We either try to get moose and deer, or we will.
We eat a lot of fish.
We eat a lot, for fish. So we have no issues with getting enough fish for us to eat, but the moose is a little more difficult for us, and so we're either going to go see Ryan up at Wildwood Off Grid and go hunting up there with him, because they don't seem to have any issue getting moose up in Toke, or we'll just have to start hitting the deer hard here. And unfortunately, like I don't know if y'all heard, but our dogs all are pretty stinky because there's a dead deer on the beach right now, and we need to kind of at low tide we'll take it out. But the eagles are having a heyday on them right now, and so then our dogs go over there and scare everybody off and and come back stinking.
I'm hoping that every year we can go up and get a moose.
Yeah, that would be nice. Oh yeah, Sean. I'll try not to let I'll let him try not to let him know I'm getting a new boat because then I'll be a super rich YouTuber. I don't know if you can tell. Listen. I promise. This wall's gonna get tongue and groove this summer. I know everybody's like, I'm tired of staring at the insulation. Oh, me too. The reason why I never did it is because we were still debating whether we were going to do the extension in the front or in the back. And I mean, it's just hard running wire. It'd be easier to run wire with the wall that's exposed than a wall that has tongue and groove on it. So we're going to build to the back so I can finally
tongue and groove it.
Because this is also the wall that's got the breaker box on it. So there you go. That's why. Super rich YouTuber, Ron. You know it. I'm the OG, baby. Yeah. What? Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah. Everybody's posting their gas prices, but one was $6.36.
Where is that?
Well, I can't see it now. I can't even pronounce it. Sildova? Is that little tiny island like in Iceland or something? I'm not sure. I'll have to Google. I'll have to Google it on it. Oh, look. And then you've got YouTubers talking to each other. Hi, Ron. And they're all. But yeah, is there anything else that we wanted to talk about other than our stinky dogs? And they're all wet too. Thank you. Now I'm really going to get wet. Oh, okay. I didn't know. Hey, it's Brenda Schwartz. Hi, Brenda.
No way. That's great.
Brenda lived next door to us in Colorado, and then her and her family, they moved back to North Carolina?
Or South Carolina? Which one?
One of the Carolinas. I think it's North Carolina. And the dude's back all right. So, yeah, big video. Watch it on a big screen because the orca footage is really good. And like I said, I threw the whole thing. I left. I was like, listen, I got to go to town. And this was at 20 minutes. And so I don't know how long they tortured that poor sea lion. But
yeah, Brian had a really nice trip. I think he announced that he was going, so he was able to meet somebody who watches our channel.
A subscriber, yeah. I got to meet Ron. And really nice. I apologize to Brian because he wanted to come too, but I didn't get the message in time. So, I mean, I'm not a big YouTuber, but I don't mind meeting up with people. So maybe next time if I go somewhere, I'll be like, hey, I'm hidden here if anybody wants to meet up.
So he had a good time.
I did, yeah.
And he met some interesting people on the way, and that's going to come out on Sunday. So yeah. Be sure to watch that because it was a great story. So
yeah, I had a great trip. The boat's looking good. For those who are tuning in late, it's coming on the 3rd of March. It'll be here in Alaska. You'd love to meet. Well, get on up here, girl. Yeah, so it's coming up on the 3rd of March. So we're super excited to finally have it here. Now we just need something to our mooring set up so we can actually hook it up on something. Yeah. She says, I'm on my way. Well, come on up. Well, thanks, Mike. We appreciate it. Was there any other things that we wanted to talk about? I know we're going fishing.
We're going fishing.
We're going to do a lot of fishing. We're going to do a lot of trips. We're going to try to do at least 2 trips a month. So I bought a big book about the inside passages of Alaska. So we're going to start planning our trips and start studying up on the history of all these villages out there. And then we're going to try to tell in the videos, we're going to show the beauty of Southeast Alaska and tell some of the history on that specific spot that we're visiting.
Yeah. So, if you live in some of these villages, let us know. Shout out to us. We'd love to come visit you. So.
Yes. I know I do have some. I know we've got some guys in Prince of Wales. We've got some in Wrangell, some in Ketchikan, Sitka, the Hansford boat, man. Yes. Yeah. Well, yeah. Hopefully.
I know you have some friends. Is it Angoon or is it Juneau?
Well, I have some friends that I worked from the mine that live both in Angoon and Juneau. So
there you go.
Maybe I can meet up with them and talk with them a little bit, or maybe they'll give me a good. So my goal is, and I haven't approached anybody, but my goal is to try to get connected with the city maybe and have them like hook me up with just a person that lives there, hook me up with like a native elder or like a totem carver or a dance community. And that way I can go and talk and interview with some of the locals there and
the history. I mean, there's amazing history.
Yeah, and just tell the story of the people here. Because unlike, I mean, I'm from Oklahoma, and Oklahoma is one of the biggest. No, it's not the biggest, because I think the Apache, or is it the Navajo Nation, is the biggest reservation in America, but Oklahoma is where all the 5 civilized tribes through the Trail of Tears went to. And but when you come to Southeast Alaska, I mean, it's just, there's so many. I mean, you can't walk down the street and not see, it's got a large native population, is what I'm trying to say, and telling their story, and shining a light on them is I think would be beneficial to everyone. Love the channel. Thank you, Amy. The fishing back to normal. Yeah, the fishing's good. Last season, the cohos weren't running great, but not too bad. But we stocked up at Sweetheart Creek on sockeye, so keep the history alive. That's right. So yeah, we stocked up on sockeye, so it wasn't too bad. But hopefully we'll get a good run this year.
A good coho run. That would be nice.
Yeah. I mean, the runs aren't always, I mean, you're going to have goods and bad years. And last year, just for us, at least, it just seemed like it was kind of a slow year. Anyways, is there any, listen, I'll put it out there. If there's any questions, speak your mind now or forever hold your peace, because we are about to sign. We're at 32 minutes. I try to keep these. Do you live of the celebration in Juneau?
Oh, well, celebration is great.
Yes, and I think am I right? Was it last year or is it this year? So in Oklahoma we call them powwows. In Southeast Alaska they call them celebrations. And so what they do is all these villages, Sitka, Hoona, Angoon, all these guys have canoes, and they paddle their canoes, and they all meet up in Juneau, and
Amazing.
then they kick off the celebration when the families get there, and it's so cool. You see all the family members on the beach, and they hold paddles up, let them know, hey, this is where we're at. It's really cool.
It's very emotional.
There's a bunch of native games they play and dances they do. So we could spend another hour just talking about it, but I would like to learn more. And the best way for me to learn is go out and educate myself and film it, and then I can help others get educated as well. I think we'll see. Do you have so I never answered the question. I don't think we're ever going to be finished. I think we're going to just keep building.
We'll keep building until we're too old to build anymore, and then we'll give it to somebody else someday.
What's your favorite salmon to eat? That's you. What's yours?
White King.
King.
Well, okay. Okay. White King, but then I love halibut. But then rockfish. But so that's my three. That's my three favorite.
It's hard. I think halibut and rockfish would be my favorite, but I love like smoked salmon spreads, and the sockeye stuff that we make is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't leave yet. Well, okay. What's your favorite food? Man, my favorite food is Tex-Mex. Man, I'm from Oklahoma. What can I say? Her favorite food's probably fish. I don't know. What's your favorite food?
Probably.
Do you guys ever feel like maybe you should live on the mainland? No.
Absolutely not.
No. I mean,
No,
it would
we
be
love-
super easy to live on the main. It would make our life so much easier. But
it's hard for. I don't even want to go to town. I love it here. I mean, I love the way that we live. I really do. So no, I don't think I will ever want to live on the mainland. I mean, I know someday I'll have to, obviously, but it's going to be a very sad day when we're not doing this anymore.
yeah, and we get that question like, how long can you do this? And the answer is, I don't know. We'll see.
Till I can't anymore, I guess.
I mean, what's next in our future when I hit 75 or 80? I don't know. If I can drive, I might get an RV and just hit all the state parks. I don't know. But I'm loving what I'm doing now. I'm gonna do it. If I can do it until I die, that'd be perfect. uh, how far up the Alaskan coast do you plan to go? Oh wait, can I scroll this down? Goodness
We
gracious.
have years, so hopefully, as long as we can go.
I mean, I don't know if I'm going into Canada just for passports and logistic reasons, but the Inside Passage starts in Canada and it goes all the way up into Skagway, I guess is the end of it. So yeah, we'd like to do the whole stretch, but it in multiple years, because you can do. I mean, they weave in and out, so you could go to. You know what I'm saying? Long story short is we're going to try to do it all, but it's going to take
Years.
years. Yeah,
And that's why we just decided to go for it now while we're still young and
yeah.
take advantage of it, I guess.
Thank you. I'm glad our internet is doing good, man. I'm telling you, I can't say enough good things about the Starlink. Some people are having issues with it. We are not. I mean, it is blazing fast compared to our HughesNet. So
We would never be able to do this, so it's really nice.
yeah, this would not be possible if we were on HughesNet. It just wouldn't be. The mainland. Do you have an in-ground cistern? No, we do not. All of our water is above ground. And
Right off the roof.
our goal for that big 2,500 one is we're actually going to build around that and encompass that, and it's going to be part of the house. So the tank, the water pump, and everything will get heat from the house. So in wintertime, when it's all said and done, we should have running water all winter long. That's the game plan. What's your favorite ice cream? What? Are you kidding me? Ice cream cake. I don't know. I mean, we do love, man, my son for like forever. I think even this year he got an ice cream cake. He's 20.
Yeah.
How old is he? 25? Is he 25 this year? I think he's 25.
You do love ice cream cake. Mine's mint chocolate chip. That's probably my favorite.
Look, if I go to one of those make your own ice cream things, I get vanilla, throw in some cookie dough, and then throw in some Oreos, stir it all up. Num, num, num. Good. I'm kind of a plain kind of guy. We're going to go all the way. Yes. Another hour, please. You crazy. What you talking about, Willis? He's got whose beards belong with that? They better not. No, but I trim my beard and it doesn't get much longer, but I trim it because if it gets super long and you sleep at night, you roll over on it and you wait. And then I already have trouble sleeping. So if I roll over and I like tug my beard goes off to the side and I wake up, then I get frustrated. So this is about as long as I ever let it go because I just trim it up. Plus it gets looking wily out there. Halibut's my favorite, dude. I love halibut's probably my favorite too. Back at you from Scotland. Well, hello.
Oh wow.
That's my bagpipe. A person to move to Alaska. If you're retiring, would I recommend you move to Alaska? I don't know that I would. And the only reason why I say that is because your retirement check is going to be the same regardless of whether you live in Alaska, which is a higher cost of living, or if you live in like Oklahoma or Arkansas, which is a lower cost of living. So like if we were to retire in Oklahoma, we could have been riding high on the hog. but we're here, so we're dirt broke. No, I'm just kidding. But no,
But we're happy.
But we're happy. So it depends on what you want. If you want to live in Alaska and just experience the wonderful thing, then yes, move to Alaska. But your money's not going to go as far in Alaska as if you were to live somewhere with a lower cost of living. What else have we got here? Any chatter about the unknown item? You missed it. Yeah, dude. I was abducted.
Probed.
Charlene, I was abducted and they shot it down, and luckily I fell in the water.
No.
There was a big well and I hit the blubber and it broke my fall.
We did not see anything here. We didn't hear no planes or anything.
Black rockfish. Yeah. Rockfish are delicious. And hold on. Can't wait to see. Oh, I know. Well, tune in Sunday. I was so excited. I didn't shoot a whole lot of great video. Plus, it was cramped in this little tiny. I couldn't get like a nice full view shot of it, but you'll get the gist of what it looks like.
We'll definitely take some nice video coming off the ferry for sure.
Thank you, Peggy. We appreciate it. Hello from Pennsylvania. Mint chocolate chip.
That's mine.
Listen,
Brian hates
I hate mint. I can't stand mint.
He hates mint chocolate chip.
Listen, Steve, the Steves, Homestead and Funk, they are, we're going to Sweetheart Creek and they're just chowing on licorice, black licorice. And I'm like, ugh. But hey, I don't judge. I'm just black licorice and mint ain't for me. My beard ends up in my armpit sometimes.
That's long.
I do rainwater too, some above ground and some below ground. Oh, my butt is wet from Skipper. That's the bad. Listen, that's the bad thing about having a doodle is they don't really have fur, like a dog. It's more like hair, so it stays really wet.
It never dries.
And it never dries. We'll have to take a towel and dry him off because
oh, buddy, you're wet.
He is wet
and you stink.
Happy and cold. Yes, you're free in Alaska. We are definitely free in Alaska. Oh wait, we're moving fast again. Let me oh goodness, what I do. I feel like an old, like I'm an old man with technology, which is pretty much true. I'm like, oh goodness, what did I do?
Everything turned blue.
Hello from Delaware. What else we got on here? From Quebec. Hello. We get a lot of support from Canada. But that's because we're pretty much, us in BC kind of are the same. Your neighbors, yeah. Mint chocolate chip. Well, I don't blame them. Brenda Swartz, see any spy balloons? No, we didn't see no spy balloons. No. The internet is working great. Honest question. What's the question? He was probed. I was probed. A few cows. No, because if any large livestock if we wanted veterinary services, we would have to put them on a boat and then take them to town. We don't have any vets. We don't have any vets, period. And we definitely don't have any vets that would come out to the island. It's just not something they would do. How long do you guys plan to keep this up? Honest question.
Tell me.
I think we can definitely keep it up till we're in our mid-70s, maybe even 80. We'll see.
That's a little old.
Girl, what are you talking about? You're talking crazy talk.
Well, okay. Our neighbors left. How old were they?
They were in their mid-70s.
Okay, mid-70s.
Craig was, like in his mid-70s, and I think Millie was just a little bit younger. So
mid-70s.
95. And that's what I'm talking about. And I hear there are strange, spooky creatures. Oh, somebody, Big Red was talking about that. Oh, listen, hey, I've got a longtime subscriber named Big Dirty. I'm doing a special shout out to him. He's been watching for years. And unfortunately, he works in Prudhoe Bay. And when I told him we were coming to Sedona, he was like, I'm coming. He goes, when you coming? I go, well, like tomorrow. And he goes, no, I'm at work. So we'll meet up sometime, mister. I know we will. Spooky creature. So listen, That's what we're going to talk about just for a split second while we read some comments. There's this thing called the Bermuda Triangle. Except for in Alaska, we have this thing called the Alaska Triangle, and it basically stretches over like part of Southeast and then goes up to like Fairbanks.
So are we going to disappear in the water? Is that what you're telling me?
It could happen. That's what I'm saying. It could definitely happen. Because maybe I'll do some reading up. Two congressmen vanished like back in the 60s. I mean, that's something that they don't talk about here is people just vanish. And I mean, like never to be heard from again. I don't know if it's by choice or they just go hiking and fall, and nobody knows where they're, nobody knows where they went. But
we do have a lot of people who do vanish here.
We do have a lot of missing persons here. Well, I don't know if they're getting probed. I don't know what's happening, but like she almost hit me, so I better calm down on the probing. What do we got here? There are spooky. That's what got me going. There are spooky creatures here. Would I prefer to die here on the island rather than in a hospital? Oh, definitely on the island. Man.
I think anybody would.
Rhode Island, hello, coming in loud and clear. Wheelchair Island, that would be good. Now, hold on. Can I get to the bottom now? Oh, goodness. What did I do, Mama? Bears. It's the bears. They eat all of them. Yeah. That's exactly what true. It is. That's the bear and the wolves. Well, if you fall and, meet your demise, that's pretty much guaranteed where you're going to end up. You're going to end up in somebody's stomach. 2 feet 2. What else is there? Anything else? They have a few docs about the Alaska Triangle. Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah. Oh, look at here. The Mountain Time Mariner off Grid, Alaska. Make sure you get I got dual bilges on that thing. Yes. And so I got dual bilges on it. There's 2 batteries for the motors, and then there's a battery up in like a house battery. So, and we've got shore power. So, even if we want to just like bring a little generator or something, who knows? I don't know, but we're capable of plugging it in shore power, or I can have a generator and just crank the generator and plug it into the side of the boat or the inside of the boat and charge the batteries up that way. What's the name of our island? We'll never tell. My wife. Some
people know, but
my wife made me promise that I would never divulge the information.
It's good OPSEC.
It's good. Although we were on a TV show and they totally
outed us.
Outed what island we were on. They were like,
believe it or not, I mean, some people are just like, they're like, we're coming to your island, and we're like, well,
Yeah. Is the truck going to haul the boat out? That's a great question. I'll let her answer while I take a sip.
Well, I mean, I hope it is. If not, they have some nice big, trucks that can haul boats out, but we are definitely not hauling our boat in and out anymore. So
no, yeah. So basically the trailer that's coming with this boat is going to come to the island, and I don't think we're going to pull our boat out in town. So if maintenance needs to be done, we'll probably have to
hire somebody.
If we can find a cheap second trailer for town, maybe, but it's a big boat. I don't want to be paying the marine gas prices, but I mean, I think that's probably what's either that or just buy some extra jerry cans.
Yeah, I don't know. They say it's nice to have a big boat, but one of Brian's friends, one of you guys said bigger boat, bigger problems. So we're just kind of having to deal with that. So
yeah. So we'll see. But yes, the boat's pretty much going to stay in the water, and when we go to town, and we'll just pay the however much it is for our little boat that we have now. It was like 10 or $12 a day if you wanted just to park it overnight, because they have permanent slips that you can purchase, or they have just like overnight parking that you can pay for.
We'll be doing that.
Hey, feeding the pigs. There you go. Why don't you park your boat close to your cabin? The question is, yes, rocks is a good answer. And then the other answer is um, we face the east southeast, and the winds either come from the east southeast or they come from the north northwest, and so it limits the. You hear that pathetic dog? Oh my gosh! Is it almost dinner time or something?
It is probably.
So you limit the availability of you being able to launch your boat, because if you're blowing, like tonight, it's supposed to blow up. So if you've got big waves, it's hard to launch your boat and back out into the waves without waves crashing over the stern of your boat, sinking you. Do you ever watch My Alaska? My Alaska, yes. I know of My Alaska. I don't watch that's the guy who's got the nice log cabin. Yes, I've seen a couple of his videos. I know of him, that's for sure. Well, hello from Homer, Alaska. Dude, I was just not in Homer, but I was in Kenai and Soldotna. We definitely, how large is the new boat, Brenda? The new boat is 25 foot. We've got a 20 foot now. This is 25 foot. Our beam now is 6.5 feet, and the beam on the new boat's 8.5 feet. So we're definitely bumping up.
We hope we didn't bump up enough that we can't pull it up. So that's why we didn't go too big.
Sheetrock behind you. Yes or no? No sheetrock. I'm going to do tongue and groove behind us. The boat's coming here on the 3rd of March. I live 2 hours from the West Coast in Central California. Can y'all swing by and pick me up? Man, I'd love to. 183 watching. What? 183 and 121 thumbs up. You better get to hitting those thumbs up buttons. Ron said it. He goes, hit the thumbs up button. Blowing 30 miles here. Well, hey, it's blowing. It's not now, but
we're having gale winds tonight. So.
We just pulled the boat out of the water because we're supposed to get 30 knots and 50 knot gusts tonight. So, do you do TikTok? Listen.
Okay, he might not do it, but he watches it all the time.
I love TikTok. At first, you got to get by the shuffling girls, and then TikTok starts recommending what you actually like. So I'm into Army TikTok and a Homestead and TikTok
I'd listen. All I know, if it's funny, he always sends it to me, and I have to watch it because he'll give me a hard time if I don't watch it. So.
But if I basically, and I'm big into animals, so I get a lot of. I send her.
He sends on me all the
animal TikToks. Yeah, bearskin. Yes, bearskin for insulation. Look, you guys are in the
Raven
in the new boat. Yeah. Oh, are we going to go live from the new boat? I don't know if we would be able to go live from the new boat, but that would be would be awesome.
I thought about it, and I looked into what do we have?
Hey, Sean. Stavycraft?
No, Starlink for because they have it for boats, but it's like way expensive. But they do have it. So,
have you ever met the people from No, I haven't met the people from Alaska. The temperature now, I think, is 35 degrees. The snow's starting to melt. Stu loves TikTok too. Well, listen, everybody hates TikTok because it's a big China thing, but I started watching. I saw some funny things, and I was like, this can't be that bad.
He's always laughing.
Sacramento. Sean, great audio video with the internet. Yeah, the internet has really let us do things that we've never been able, have been able to do with the Starlink. Yeah, I'm excited to see the new boat too. Yeah, I can't wait. Hey guys, just got off work. Haven't done. Listen, we got to stay 5 more minutes just for Mike. He just got off work. Hi, Mike.
Too.
Mike Boyd, right there.
Oh,
see?
Hi, Mike.
No, 35 is actually pretty warm. I mean, the snow's melting. It's not that bad. Like I said, and in the video, I went to Sedona.
We've actually had a really warm winter. I mean, compared to last year, we went through so much wood last year, and
this year
it's been really warm this year.
This year has been warm. She's doing shuffle TikToks, Joe. Yeah. when I first, I was like, oh, let me see some of this funny stuff on TikTok. All there was, I was just like inundated with, what do they call them? Leggings that girls wear, like Spanx or something. And they're just dancing. And I was like, wow, what did I get myself into? And so I kind of was turned off. And then somebody was like, no, keep watching it. They'll figure out what you like. 38 in OKC. Who's in OKC? What? That's my stomping ground right there. How long does it take a boat ride to get to town? On a good day, it takes about 40 minutes to get to town on the boat.
With our new boat, how long will it take?
It's going to take about 40 minutes. Well, so our boat, we can max out on our boat at 27 knots. But the new boat will be a nicer ride in the boat. So we could probably do 30 to 35 miles an hour. I know when Jason took me out in that boat, he was going like 35 miles an hour, but we were in like some 2 and 3 footers and he was just
pushing right through
it. Yeah. 38 in Dallas. All right. 30 more minutes. Come on now. We gotta go.
We'll do this again though. It's a lot of fun.
Hey, Jay's here from Almost Homestead. Hey buddy. I know you're late, but that's all right. I didn't know if we were gonna do it because we had to go pull the boat out of the water, and
we literally walked in 2 minutes before.
Yeah, I was like, all right, let's do it. 43 in Cali. Where's 43 in Cali? I thought they were 70 degrees all the time. Hi from Florida. Hi, Bill. Yes. So yeah, we spent 5 years off grid in Montana. You guys are living the dream. Yes, we are living the dream.
Oh, that's great though. Do you miss it? Do you miss living off grid though? Was it hard to go back to town?
North Florida. Listen, there's a channel, Alfred from Florida. He said 68 in North Florida. There's a channel that I watch in Florida called Alfred Mondejo. It's the CHIT show. And all it is this guy sets up a camera and he films people loading their boats in and out of the water in this one little area. And it's, she can always, when I start yelling out loud, it's like somebody watching the Super Bowl. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, are you watching that boat video again? I'm like, yes.
I think the strangest thing that we ever saw, well, for us, we were pulling up and somebody's axle was
came bouncing
down the ramp.
It was a double axle trailer.
I'm glad it didn't wipe anybody out. That would have been horrible. But that was probably the craziest thing that I saw.
Double axle, yeah, that's it. Alfred Montero. Yes, Mike knows it. There was a double axle trailer driving up, and then all of a sudden the back axle just started going bloom, 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 and then hit the water and started floating away. And this guy came out with the lasso and tried to lasso in that thing. It was crazy. All right. Good night, Ron. Is Ron taking off? You guys are one. Thank you. Good night, Ron. You're the best. Ron is the best. Me and Ron are good buddies in YouTube land, and he came up and visited this summer. He's a great guy. Yeah. Yeah. Funny. Yeah, exactly. I think we pretty much answered the question. So listen, we're rolling up on an hour. I think our goal was 30 minutes. We're at an hour now. I know Mike just got here. So Mike, that extra little time was for you. But we appreciate this. As long as we keep getting people showing up and enjoying this, I might have to invest in a nicer ungrainy camera, and we'll see if we can get some better audio on this thing. But I enjoy doing them. It's just hard to read and talk at the same time.
We'll get better at it.
I
think this is number 2, right?
This is our second time, so
we'll get better.
We'll keep trying.
Maybe we'll flip-flop and I'll read while you talk.
Maybe we'll switch seats. All right, you guys all have a great weekend.
Thanks for coming out.
Remember, on Sunday's video, on the TV, our big computer monitor. You want to see these orcas. These orcas were slapping this sea lion crazy. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. for an hour. We really appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful day and a
Take
wonderful
care.
weekend, and we'll see y'all next time.
Bye.